Matt, I'm a bit worried about the way a lot of independent agents are run. I feel that the bosses are lemming-like or sleepwalking into oblivion with the way they're taking their businesses. What's your thoughts?
And I'm saying the majority of leaders in our industry are completely unaware of their own behaviour. And if there's anyone who wants to challenge me on this, that's really cool, because we can do reports and show you, and it'll be your own feedback on you, by the way, which is really good. But most don't have a lot of self-regard. Or if they've got lots of self-regard, they don't have a regard for other people. So in other words, you can't really build a team if you don't regard them very high. So there's a lot of meat on the bone in this subject. A lot of leaders don't have self-awareness. So in other words, they don't realise how they come across. They like to take the credit when really leadership's about giving them credit. And so there's so many challenges, and they're not observing. They're looking at emails rather than looking at phone calls or listening to phone calls.
Or spreadsheets and numbers.
Yeah, dashboards, more numbers, conversion rates. Yeah, it's not my stuff. So there are so many leaders that need some guidance in this area.
Leaders or managers?
Business owners, leaders, managers, people that have got someone that reports to them. Because they're conditioning this person to think the way they think. So it can't be a fluke, right, that Alex Ferguson, in all of his years, right, he was in the top 4, right, for all of his years. He leaves and they haven't been in the top 4 since. Now you could say that's a bad stroke of luck, or you could say he was a pretty damn good leader. Did he have high standards? Yes. Was he aware? Yes. Did he know what he wanted? Did he have a mission? Did he have a vision? Absolutely, yes. Did he share it with the club? Yes. Did the club's players have those beliefs? Yes, they did. If they didn't believe in his vision, they didn't start. So one of the questions I ask a leader is, you've got to have people who believe in what you believe. Unfortunately, a lot of leaders in our country believe in the wrong stuff. They believe in excuses and blame.
So if they believe in that, then that's good enough for their team.
If you're not going to tackle somebody who says, I didn't win it because of the fee, because the boss said that the other day, then you're in trouble. But the good thing is we've got a free webinar on the, Alex, what day is it?
29th.
The 29th, which is a Tuesday. Love you on it as well, just to check it out. It's what time?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock for 1 hour, free webinar about leadership. So if you think you might be sleepwalking in leadership, don't panic. I won't announce your name on the webinar. It's a pretty cool subject. It's a very, 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 very relevant one for not just estate agents, but for business across the UK and the world.
And what will that do?
Well, my guys will tell me if I've done something wrong. My guys can tell me if they don't want to work here anymore. My guys will tell me if they're feeling upset. There's a vulnerable trust in my organisation, which means people can talk to me. And do you know the most amazing thing?
Is that true?
Definitely, yeah.
Caroline?
That was Alex. And Caroline?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think for me, the most important thing is you don't want someone to feel as if they're cornered, snookered, they're not in the right place. You want them to share so we can move forward.
Because let's be honest, when a staff member leaves, it really does, technical term, cock things up.
Well, you lose a lot of money. If you look at the cost, there's a calculation that you can use for losing staff, how much it's impacted the front line of your business, to the conversion rates, to the average, and so on and so forth. It's £20,000-30,000 at least.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, if you lose someone in your business.
So what can people do then?
First of all, they've got to look at themselves. We've got to create awareness. There's the ABC of success, which is awareness, belief, and commitment. So in other words, you create awareness with themselves. So in other words, they create awareness about themselves. So they start to look at what they don't know, the blind spots, all the things that they didn't know that were there. I mean, Tiger Woods was at his best when he had people talking about his swing and his grip, which he wouldn't look at when he was taking a shot. So we try and hold the mirror up for these leaders and create that awareness.
Okay, what about if you're an estate agent, like in a partnership, and there's 4 or 5 of you?
That's probably the biggest challenge. I've got guys that are in partnerships and they don't like the other partner. So that's poison. So what does that tell the team? What does that tell the organisation? So the one thing we've said to people is to recreate your strengths in the business. So in other words, some people are great at numbers, some people are great at training, some people are great on the business management side of things. Everyone's got a strength. And if you had 4 shareholders doing the stuff that they're great at, rather than all putting their 2 penneth into each and every decision, you would grow your business 4-fold.
Good thought there, mate. Well done.
Yeah,
Cheers.
Thank you.